I had always dreamed of retiring in peace on my mountain property. It was my sanctuary, tall pines, crisp air, and a view that made every sunrise worth waking up for. So you can imagine my shock when I drove up one weekend and found a brand new house standing right in the middle of my land. At first I thought I had taken the wrong road. But no, this was my land, clearly marked on every survey. My stomach dropped. A few trucks were still parked out front, and when I asked the workers what they were doing, one shrugged and said, "HOA told us this was their expansion project." Was the moment I realized what had happened. The local HOA, which I had no membership in, had decided my land would make a perfect spot for one of their investment homes. Without my permission, they built a full-sized house on my property. I immediately called the HOA president. She brushed me off with a smug laugh and said, "You weren't using it anyway. Consider this a favor. We've increased the value of the area." That was the wrong thing to say. I met with my lawyer, spread out my deed, and explained the situation. He shook his head and said, "They don't have a legal leg to stand on. That's trespassing and unlawful construction." After filing the proper paperwork, we got a demolition permit. The very next week, I hired a crew. Piece by piece, that illegal house came down. Bricks, beams, drywall gone. I stood there watching with a mix of relief and disbelief. My mountain was mine again, but the HOA wasn't done. They tried to sue me, claiming I had destroyed community property. Their arrogance was unbelievable. We went to court, and the judge didn't even let them finish their argument before slamming down the gavel. The land clearly belongs. To the defendant, case dismissed. Not only did I win, but the HOA had to pay for the demolition costs and damages. The president's smugness melted into silence when she realized her scheme had backfired completely. Now, whenever I sip my coffee on the deck overlooking those mountains, I feel nothing but a little satisfaction. My land is my land, and no HOA will ever steal it from me again.